Before we get into today's episode, I want to bring awareness to the ongoing water crises in Jackson, Mississippi and Flint, Michigan. Due to pre existing infrastructural issues and flooding, thousands are struggling to cope without access to usable clean water. Tap into the description box for resources and ways you can help. It only takes a moment. Thank you. The state of Twitch is in shambles. I'll be chatting with Aaron Jack64 and Brown Tiger as the resident expert celebrities when it comes to this streaming game, if you will. How's it going?
Celebrities of the game. Thank you.
Huh?
Yeah, okay.
Who said that?
Experts, right?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, that sounded very exasperated.
I mean, celebrities are the experts nowadays, so.
Exactly. See, you get it. Acceptance. So before we begin, finish this sentence. The state of Twitch
is in shambles.
You can't copy me.
There was no specific
Come up
rule
with
about
your own
copying.
Sentence, sir.
Right.
Slightly change it a little bit.
Respectfully, like everybody.
Let me
I
see.
agree. It is in shambles.
It's a dumpster fire. How about that?
Okay, that's a great one. Aaron.
I want to use a word that's similar to misunderstood, but I'm not giving Twitch any leeway here, but I think I just don't think they know what they're doing. And they're not acting in the best interests of creators or even themselves as a company, because they might not even be a company a few years from now. We'll see.
Wow. Aaron just called you a toddler, Twitch. How do you feel about this?
Might go the way of Mixer here.
Oh, wow. Yikes.
Brutal.
So you may have heard of the partner revenue split in a move toward pushing for ad revenue. So some creators receive 50-50 cut, while others receive a 70-30 cut. So this is more so in the premium subscription term. So of course, partners and the people that they actually care about or pretend to care about. On June 2023, users in the premium tier that do receive the 70-30 split will be reduced to 100,000. So it's capped at 100,000. And then after that amount that they make, they basically will refute back to 50% cut. Although it doesn't, depending on how long you have been streaming on Twitch, of course. But how do you feel about that progression as far as it comes to kind of reducing the amount that creators receive?
I think it's interesting because maybe some people are grandfathered in there, and there's like the top earners, and they'll probably never be subject to any of this because they bring in too much money, so they're immune in that sense. But then, like, looking at like newer partners that are just now hitting 100K in earnings, man, that really sucks. It's almost like you're about to break through the glass ceiling, and then you realize there's a concrete ceiling on top of the glass.
There's another
ceiling.
layer. Yikes.
Yeah, exactly. There's sort of this glass ceiling of 100K, and there's going to be new partners that are, just shattering that glass ceiling and thinking like, oh, now I have room to make more profit. And then Twitch is going to be like, well, not exactly. There's actually a concrete ceiling above that, and all the real partners live up there in the penthouse suite. So yeah, you might have like the ninjas and Pokemanes of the world, living up there where the untouchables and whatnot, or the people that bring in the most money. And you just now finally hitting partnership after all these years and breaking through all the boundaries of, every hardship that's in your way as a creator, whether it's hate raids as a whole separate podcast episode or anything else. So yeah, it's a little unfair, and it probably sucks to hear that news if you're like really close to hitting partner, or if you just hit partner and you're like negotiating your terms of your contract right now And unless you're already like this rock star, partner streamer now, that you can show Twitch that you're bringing in these big numbers and no, I'm worthy of the 70-30, because I don't think it removes the 70-30. I think they're just going to be very picky about who that goes to from now on.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because if Ice-T starts streaming on Twitch, I don't think he does, but like if he did and he all of a sudden brought in like 3 billion people or something and was bringing in like a bunch of subscriptions to the channel and stuff like that, and lots of ad revenue and, a whole new audience of people that maybe don't watch Twitch, they'd be like, oh yeah, we'll give you a 70-30 split, Ice-T. Yeah, sure, hell yeah.
See, that's the thing. I don't think they would do that for him because it's pretty much hard set because when you're a partner, you actually do sign a contract. So unless, well, celebrity, that's a whole nother privilege beyond bringing
I think
Twitch
so.
money at face. But like for him, I feel like a majority of his money would come from like, outside endorsements and everything. If they were to give celebrities that special treatment just based on that factor, that would be kind of backwards.
Well, and there's a new problem.
Kind of make me feel bad for the creators that do make that ridiculous amount of money anyway, and I don't feel like I should be feeling bad for them, especially if you are over the 100,000 range.
I think you're good at that point.
Right.
I think it bears mentioning this is kind of a dog pile on the bad news for Twitch this whole week, but Matt Gaetz is on the platform now, and I'm not gonna get into any political stuff here, but it's like that's a little sus decision right there.
Yeah.
Not that anyone should be, not that we shouldn't allow everybody a chance, and that there's not like freedom of speech and all this other garbage, but you're kind of under investigation for like sex trafficking, stuff
It's
like that.
definitely a thing you kind of tilt your head at. Like, wait, we're doing what now?
And when it comes to things like that are widely known, that's wild to even imagine that is allowed on the platform. Considering your current state of things, sir, like why would you even? Whatever, that's personal decision. We're not gonna ask
Exactly
here.
You guys obviously know how I feel about Twitch, and I'm scared to say too much as we do this. So it really, to me, hurts the creatives. Because I've always been about the little guy. I've always dealt with small number streams. I love seeing that work ethic to go get it, go do your thing, be a creative, get out there and do stuff. And so you have to think about like your average Joe that's doing the whole Twitch streaming thing that might not know all the caveats and ins and outs of like how it actually works. So it's important to educate the people. And the problem Twitch has is they do so much stuff without really like dumbing it down so you understand it for the average person. And it's kind of how
user experience.
Yeah. People have been saying that Twitch is actually becoming a bigger thing, and like streaming on YouTube is much bigger than TV used to be, because people have, their personalities that they go to for information on certain things as opposed to watching the news like we used to. And especially now in this chaotic, like distrust, the media thing.
Absolutely.
Everybody's breaking off into their own camps, so to speak, as far as who they go to for information. You either listen to this guy on a podcast, this lady on a podcast over here. You pick somebody you get your stuff from. And so it's like you're seeing these tiny banners pop up everywhere, to where now with the whole revenue split thing and how he said about Matt Gaetz coming into it, you see those rally flags like, hey, look, guys, we can build a camp over here. But Matt being there, I don't want to get too political, so are we allowing that to move in here as well and like become a thing because they see that, well, nobody's watching TV anymore. Let me go where everybody is.
I mean, as far as that and the expansion of the type of content that Twitch is allowing, clearly we've seen from the pandemic boom up until today, like just the different categories they went ahead and just gave the green light on. One of the most controversial in recent years, hot tub streams, ASMR streams. So it's not like people were not complaining. Some people were. Some people were just like, well, what is this? This is Twitch. I don't come here for that. But at the same time, it's endorsed while other content is constantly reported, banned, suspended. Like it's very weird to figure out what exactly Twitch wants. At the same time, is it truly that platform you can do
Hmm.
whatever you want?
Somewhat in quotes, I would say. Yeah.
Right.
Because you did have the girl that got banned for a week for having sex on stream.
That's literally completely against terms of service. So what?
Yeah, a week.
To me, that's a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
That's what kills me with it.
And she used it to catapult
Yeah.
the fame of her channel by becoming infamous, you know?
Of course, because that is press for you.
You get the Kotaku article, you get the IGN article, you get every website, you know, every Twitter post, every tweet.
You have other streamers still referring to you.
So she's famous now.
Right.
She went from having, 10 viewers per stream to like, infinite. Because they're like, well, I want to catch the nip slip if it happens,
She was willing to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
Right. Like maybe I'll get lucky next time she's streaming. That's what ends up happening.
Right. Which begs another question. What exactly is this platform for? Like, you're either for adults, you're for the, like, it's not E-rated for everyone, obviously, because the bar is set to 13 years old. But at the same time, a 13-year-old kid pulling up to the website for the first time, titties in their face. I'm sorry,
Wow,
what?
Mom.
This is weird.
This is great.
Like, yeah. Imagine if they pulled up and saw that stream first. Like, what?
Yeah, that's their perception now of Twitch. You have to think about first-time viewers. And the way the front page is set up for somebody who has never done this before, the first time they log in, what do they see? What's their perception of, oh, this is what Twitch is?
Oh, she only got banned for a week? Like, mind you, if they didn't even log into her stream and they were just listening to another streamer refer to her situation, they'd probably be like, yo, what is going on over here?
Let me go check this out.
This is Twitch, huh? Okay.
Like when you see smoke, you're going to look for that fire.
That's a
like,
fact.
oh, what's going on over there? Any publicity is good publicity. Like, even if it's something bad.
Especially now with the quote unquote virility of the internet and social media. Everybody's famous.
It's scary. I'm a little terrified, I'm not going to lie, of like where I feel like it's headed. And even,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I know like when I commented on the situation, I went a little left field with the whole Matt thing, but that was a really good thing that Aaron brought up. And I had heard about it, but I didn't know if it was true. I was like, wait, what? Because I remember a while back, AOC, I believe, was streaming at one point, and everybody was crazy about that.
She was playing Among Us.
Yeah. I'm cool for her, like, right on. But then there was that question mark, like, wait, you what are you doing here? Like, this isn't what you do.
In my downtime, I like to game, you know.
Since when?
You're like, you don't belong here.
Never.
Not knocking it, like absolutely do whatever you do, but it was just one of those, like when you're at the anime convention and somebody's dad walks in, like just plainly dressed, and you're like, oh, that's not a costume. You're here for somebody. Okay.
He means business.
It's kind of that feeling. Right. Like, you know what we do here, right?
Right.
So yeah, like you said, it's very, what is Twitch now? What is it? When I started, it was this platform for gamers to go stream video games, like play them online. That's when I found it. So I don't know what it is like today for somebody who finds it.
True. That ambiguity kind of helps and hurts them at the same time, because if you're signing up as like, you know, for a first time, never seen the platform before, you just know, hey, this is a popular platform for streaming, an alternative, cool. But then again, if you go to certain streams or you're led there or referred to them, I really want to know the perception of those people.
Absolutely. I would love to do an experiment to figure out like what the formula is to figure out who's watching this. Like, what do you think? How does it make you feel when you log in?
It's like, I logged in and logged out and never came.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about my streams.
I'd like to know, and I guess one of the easy ways is like incognito mode, or just like log out of your profile and just come to the homepage and see like, what, you know, we were talking about this with Black History Month. We were talking about with Women's History Month. Even when the Pride Month came around, it was like, I was like, Lady G, I don't even see any like African American creators on the page. not even trying to go into that realm, but like there should have been a bar at the top of the page that said like, hey, it's Black History Month. Here's our recommended creators. But it was like, I think you had to like scroll down through like 9.
Yeah.
It was like at the bottom or something. It was like embarrassing.
Some pages didn't even exist.
Yeah. It was definitely embarrassing.
Like when it comes to any sort of like celebration of heritage or a month for certain ethnic groups, they completely dropped the ball when it comes to that, like, period.
Mm-hmm.
At most, I feel like it doesn't take much to make a carousel. The only thing that they tend to do carousel or wraps for are, of course, sponsors that are bringing them millions of dollars. Cool, but at the same time, do you really care about the creators that are literally driving traffic to your site? I don't go to Twitch to look at the ads, and we'll get into that. I don't, literally.
What are the hottest ads on the internet?
What do I want for dinner tonight? Let me check Twitch and see what they got. Maybe I will DoorDash.
Twitch got it. Oh, interestingly enough, just to wrap up the whole revenue split, the senior vice president of Global Creators, she left the company on the same day they announced these changes.
That is a big deal.
I know you can't see my face, but
so yeah.
What?
I'm sure those at home's faces are like,
Okay.
She was the last person fighting for creators. Like, she was the last person that cared about what. I mean, obviously there's other staff that cares, but like she was the one with the power to do anything. And if she felt powerless and that things were heading in a hopeless direction, that's really a bad sign.
That's wild.
She's the first person that sees the iceberg ahead of the ship.
That very much so.
It's like when the good manager quits.
The good manager.
Same day.
Like, I like Steve.
No
Steve don't work here anymore.
He was all right. What?
So going back to the ad program, this was implemented way back in the summer, but this would give partners and affiliates 55% of revenue for every ad that they run. With that being said, I did mention that this was back in the beginning of summer. Shout out to those of you who run 8 ads thinking I'm going to stick around. I'm not, and I'm being completely honest. This goes to people who I'm still subscribed to as well as those who I'm not subscribed to. I'm not watching 8 ads to talk to you. Sorry. It's a bit excessive. Like, I get it.
If we were having a great conversation, I guess it's over then.
That conversation's done.
If Twitch hits you with those 8 ads, you're like,
imagine you're talking to somebody and then they just hit you with that many ads. Like, and this is creator controlled completely. So it's not like Twitch is going in there and then running ads or making you do so. Because under certain circumstances, yes, partners are contractually obligated to run a certain amount of ads per stream, an hour, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But not even complicating that part. But because of the increase to 55%, we've seen a lot more ads on streams. How do you feel about that?
Pretty much Twitch telling you what we're all about. I mean, let's be honest here. You know, I'm gonna do it. Let's be honest. Twitch has never cared about the people. It's always been the money. It's always, so that's why I know the dumpster fire started, and I was like, not that like, oh my god, I can't believe, like, what made you think that they cared about you?
Yes.
So that's why I've always preached, do not look to Twitch as like the savior to get you there. That it's just a platform for whatever your brand is. You got to be doing the other thing, not just that.
Absolutely.
Because they're not going to help you, sweetie. I'm sorry.
You actually called them sweetie. That's nice of you.
I'm trying to be like nice because I know there's some like hopeful and spirited youth out there. It's like, I'm gonna be the best there ever was to, and I'm gonna get a good camera, and it's like, oh, you poor child.
Oh, the Twitch starter
I want you to still have that
green screen.
Oh yes.
Let's go.
Let me just get on Amazon and type in streamer and buy everything that it says to buy.
Select all.
So I'm trying to like save that person from that heartache because
Listen up.
we have seen so many people like get into this monster and
Oof.
think they were going to go quit their job from it, and it
What?
didn't
Whoa.
happen. Feelings were hurt, hearts were
What he is
broken.
speaking are complete facts to you people. Keep listening. Go ahead.
Hearts were broken from they spent all that. They had the best idea. They put in the hours. I've done
What else?
6 48-hour streams.
Woo!
Gonna do a subathon, and I'm back at work.
My lunch break. Like, yo, what happened?
Like, wait a minute. It's Twitch has their cash cows. Like Aaron said before, they know who brings in the money.
That is a
So
fact.
if you are the person with the money holding the bag, you are the person.
Yes.
Why would you take a risk on a random horse in the horse race? You're going to make sure your prize winners always have the opportunity to win more prizes.
I love that
Twitch
analogy.
isn't going to take that risk on this one random horse from nowhere, Mississippi.
Oh no,
Oh, we're
not
naming names.
Mississippi.
Oh, we're name dropping on this one.
Make sure you
They're
check out
not
the
gonna
description
say-
box, Mississippi. You didn't forget about you.
Blink, blink. Click down below.
Message.
Why would they take that risk to, you know what? They are the best whatever streamer out there right now. Here's some
Yeah.
money. Here's a loan, and go make us some more money. And you flop. What's gonna happen? Let me go clock back
Where is
in.
your ROI, people? What he's telling you, do you have an ROI in mind? What is your return going to be to Twitch, basically? What are you going to do
Right.
for Twitch that's going to change the game for them, and AKA bring them in a ton more money?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was. Whew.
Sorry, I felt away. I'll sit down. You're right.
You had to do it. I appreciate you for doing so. That was perfect.
I'll sit down now.
Aaron, do you have any thoughts after that? Reverend BT?
That is hard to follow, man. That was a
It's like it blew up the whole studio.
like
My
following
God.
someone playing Freebird here. You know, like played the 20-minute version and just ended it with a guitar solo and
Right.
lit it on fire and threw
It's
it
like,
on the
well, you
ground.
smashed the
Okay,
guitar.
Aaron,
What do I
you're
do?
up. He's like,
Yeah, show's over, folks.
There's the microphone. I don't.
Yeah, I will also.
Thanks.
I don't think there's anybody that hangs around for a stream, regardless of whether the ads arrived on purpose or even on accident. It just.
Mm-hmm.
Even when it's like an affiliate, I'm like, I'm having a deep conversation with them, or we just come through on a raid or something, and then, you get hit
Yeah.
with a random 4 ads, unless that affiliate is actively making sure that they're playing ads. Like, I think you have to play like 3 minutes per hour or something to prevent random ad breaks from happening.
Yeah.
Which might
Yep.
send your viewers clicking to another stream, which I'll say, I mean, like, I love everyone, and I'll watch your stream, but I'll switch tabs and wait for
Hey,
that ad
tell
break
'em.
to disappear, and, maybe I'll come back, maybe I won't, maybe my attention is very fleeting because of, I'm watching, like, 9 different streams at the same time, trying to support
Yeah.
everybody here. It's like, so
Right.
I might drift to someone else and mute your tab, and I'll check back after those 9 ads are over or whatever it is. But yeah, when you hit with when you get hit with the 8 ads on purpose, like, hey, I got to make my dough here, and they slam that on you, and it's like, oh, should have been a subscriber. And I'm like, should I
Like-
though?
Oof.
If that's the mentality, do I want to subscribe to this
Right.
personality where it's like, what are you making? $2 for those 8 ads? Like, come on.
Right. Exactly.
Unless you got
That's how
like
you feel about
10,000
me?
viewers in there, you're really not making that much from your little ad break.
Right.
And when it comes down to it, it's just not user friendly. Ads in this case,
Mm-hmm.
because when you're met with ads when you first
No.
come upon a site, that's not welcoming.
Mhm.
It's like in your face. Obviously, it's abrupt. It's kind of like back in the day in the 90s when you would visit a web page and either music would be blaring or you just get hit with a ton of pop-ups. It's like, hey, relax. I'm here, but chill out. But it's just like if there was a less intrusive way, or even an offering of the type of ads people could play. Maybe an overlay banner that doesn't, obstruct the entire stream or take you out of the moment or
Mm.
pull you away. Aside from like, the whole live stream goes to the top of the chat interface and you see the ad on the main screen.
Mhm.
Like, why don't they have different
Mm.
ways to present an ad to people?
It's a good point.
It's just one thing, and it's just kind of like, who is really paying attention to Twitch ads and how effective are they?
Right. We need to see like the numbers from Twitch ads. Like, how has the revenue gone up?
Hey, what is your ROI ads, huh?
Well,
All right.
like,
I'm very interested in that data.
right.
Yeah, have you ever seen like a Pizza Hut ad hit you on Twitch and then you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna call
Like,
Pizza
how
Hut
often
right
does that
now"? Like,
happen?
I've
Right.
never.
Right.
Anytime I see an ad, I'm like,
You're
I don't ever
upset.
want to use this company. They're
Yeah.
interrupting my experience.
Right. You're mad at the company.
Exactly.
Like, how dare
Yeah.
you? It's so weird. But again, that's like like you said, the user experience is definitely not the forefront of what we're
Absolutely.
doing here.
Well, here's the other thing that we have wrong about this entire Twitch thing is they've always approached it from a community, a family angle. They're like, "Hey, we're a family here at Twitch. You're the creators, and we're like your dad, all right? And we're just,
No.
I love you. We're friends. I'm the cool
really
dad. I'm
cool
your
dad."
friend, but also I'm gonna punish you. But like, we're also gonna go to the fair together and have a great time, son. I love you."
My family do not lick ears that
Well,
are
here's-
connected to microphones.
Here's where
This
it
is
gets
real.
even worse is that we imagine Twitch as a platform. It is not a platform. It is a service.
Yes.
Mm.
Big
Mhm.
difference there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
Twitch sells itself as a platform.
Because, I mean, you don't have to be here, but, you decide to come here and spend your money on your favorite creators who we do not listen
Mhm.
to thoroughly.
Promotional service.
And we promote favoritism by listening to certain creators and those who bring us a ton of
Mhm.
money to where rules don't necessarily apply to them. And, we'll
Mhm.
suspend them for a week. They learn their lesson. It's okay. Come back. We don't
Nobody
wanna
puts
lose
baby
you.
in a corner.
Come back.
It's like they're so afraid.
Right?
Which basically brings us into the next topic of Twitch dropping exclusivity requirements for partners. Now, this will enable streamers to make money on other platforms with the caveat that they are not supposed to simulcast. But who listens to that? People stream and go live on multiple platforms all the time.
Yeah, it's unenforceable.
So, like, how well are they enforcing that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't know
they're
they could
right.
stop it. Like, what?
Twitch has hall monitors, guys.
Yeah.
They're coming
Okay.
soon.
Now, if you're partnered, you could definitely get caught. If you're a big deal, like if it's Ninja.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're
Yeah.
Ninja, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit,
Right.
we got you."
You literally have employees in
Yeah.
your stream watching you. That's a fact.
Which is also creepy to me.
Which needs a street team. They need like a professional moderator.
Mhm.
to
Oh,
enforce this. I mean, that
Oh,
would make more
that's-
work from home jobs for people. I mean, you're sitting at home watching Twitch all day anyway, so might as well make some
That
money
is
for it.
true.
Yeah.
That's a good
On
point.
Amazon. If you implement
Huh.
this,
That's a
you know where
really
it
good
came
point.
from. You know where it
Creates
came from.
jobs.
Just saying. Just saying. But just saying.
Huh. That was a wow. All right.
Yeah, that was a
Damn, I
that was a freebie for your Twitch.
Listen. Even if you
Underhanding them to you.
currently now in this moment, if Twitch offered you, hey, do you want to moderate for like 3 hours a day
Yeah.
on Twitch, just random streamers, would you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
You're on Twitch
Right,
anyway.
like,
Well, why not?
You can still do
I'm
all
there
your other
enough,
stuff
yeah.
anyways. Yeah. Wow.
Like I'm saying, and
Someone
globally,
write this down.
you have the viewers, and if you do write it down Twitch, again, you know where it came from. Patent is not pending, but a deal could be, if you know what I mean. Just saying.
Ooh.
Like, what is stopping them from
yeah.
enforcing or creating some kind of global moderation team? Yeah, you might think it's square or whatever.
That would
but
help with your hate raids and all the other problems.
Exactly. From a cultural perspective,
Yeah.
too, you kind of have people watching, those in their country, translating and
Yeah.
doing their thing, and reducing that burden on their end. And basically, clearly there would be training and,
Yeah.
other tools to get people onboarded. But
Right.
they have a huge problem when it comes to
Yeah.
trust and safety.
Does anybody remember this from 2020? The Twitch Safety Advisory
Wow.
Council. I can't even
Right.
say it without
Laugh
laughing.
again.
I'm sorry. But it was like Twitch partners that they pulled, and they're like, we're gonna listen to these guys, and they're gonna speak for you. And then nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened.
God.
They had no power as well. Like it was all an illusion, basically.
And that
Right.
was based off of another scandal. So again, they tend to respond very quickly, very, very promptly. The RSVP is peeing when it comes to partners and people that bring them money, because when they tend to make noise, that's when they start listening a little bit. They start taking action a little bit. They start making new policies.
When partners get upset, the money makers get upset, stuff
what?
changes.
What are they going to do?
Oh, yeah.
Which brings us to gambling.
Oh boy, what a transition!
I know it sounds so.
Who did that?
It's like, oh my god, they're just
Professional.
They're just all over the place with these. Like, no, we promise. This is literally what's going on Twitch. Even as a
Yep.
person that disconnects, pulls away a little bit, all of this, not even behind the scenes anymore. It's bad.
Yeah.
Okay, just a brief synopsis, because I'm not giving this person a name because said person is trash. The crick in question has a gambling problem. This led to swindling large amounts of money from peers. Graduating from in-game skin bets on Counter-Strike to sports betting, which clearly, if you're into sports betting, you know anything about it, money. So, besides his addiction and anything, several creators said that they would boycott Twitch if they didn't do something and their needs were answered damn near immediately. Just saying, does that sound familiar? Well, at least partially. Do you not remember the blackout that occurred? The black out, emphasis on black.
Oh wow.
Out.
Black. Oh, I get you now.
Yeah, that was a whole movement that Twitch did what to?
It was so bad.
Oh, there it is.
That was Twitch's response to the blackout. That was literally Twitch's response.
So bad.
So Twitch released a statement. And do I want to read this statement?
Yeah, please do, because we are actually going to rip it to shreds here in a minute.
We're going to rip it to shreds.
No, so everybody
like
needs
that.
context, and we need your voice to lead us in with that.
So what I will do, I'll be nice. I'll read the first paragraph, and then the rest, just check the show notes. I'll link to the actual tweet that they had released a statement on, because social media, guys, yay. Just keep in mind, all these changes will be implemented on October 18th. So next month.
So you have time to stop your racket. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, okay. Allegedly, because, yeah.
Collect the money.
no.
Collect the
Alleged
money.
rackets, yeah.
Allegedly. Gambling content on Twitch has been a big topic of discussion in the community, and something we've been actively reviewing since our last policy update in this area. Today, we want to update you on our plans. While we prohibit sharing links or referral codes to all sites that include slots, roulette, or dice games, we've seen some people circumvent those rules and expose our community to potential harm. Oh, even that is so loaded.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, they're not banning all sites. They're only banning a couple of, the hot ones that are more popular.
Right.
So a policy that is very green and living, if you will, as they will identify more sites as they go forward, but just the main joints. However, they will continue to allow websites that focus on sports betting, because Twitch has a partnership with NFL. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Thank you.
Fantasy sports and poker, which brings them a lot of money.
That.
A lot of money on streams.
God, yes.
Yeah, we just can't get rid of the poker now.
That's
What do you
not
mean?
bad betting. That's the good kind.
It's American betting.
Yes, gamble,
Yeah, exactly.
gamble.
Well, that's true.
Oh, my
American betting. That is the
Yeah.
key
Hey.
thing of this whole paragraph here. Is that
Listen,
the bad thing is the global
signs are
betting.
there.
Yeah.
Down on the farm,
Right.
betting. All right.
However, here in our backyard, because we're family,
Yeah, we
remember?
are family. Twitch is family.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. Follow the money in every situation. Follow the money.
That is a fact.
It's the same as the prior thing. They won't get rid of all gambling, just the ones we don't make any money off of.
Oh, wow.
It's that simple. Follow the money.
Whew.
I'll sit down
Yikes.
again. You're right.
That's okay. It's just interesting to just, reread it and then hear everybody else's perspective in real time because it's such BS.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they really pass this off as policy change and being, on top of situations, but at the same time, this is less of a scandal and more of a personal problem
Mm-hmm.
and poor judgment. I mean,
Yeah.
while it would help somebody in the blink of an eye, okay, cool. In this fashion, your addiction to gambling? No.
Right.
The victim is in this case, you supported a scammer, now it's the platform's fault?
Right.
Yeah. No, that's your fault.
So now, okay, you put it on, the platform saying, oh, we're going to boycott if you don't do this. Okay, cool. They provided you with this statement of action, but sports betting is still permitted, which is what he was betting on with your money.
Mm-hmm.
Sports betting in general is literally unquestionably bigger than Twitch itself. Clearly.
Yeah.
I don't feel like should take something of this type of scandalism. I don't know.
Yeah.
The word is not coming to my head, but
I'm using that word from now
Scandalism.
on. The scandalism of it all.
That's a goodism.
this isn't the way that platforms policy should be updated. It's weird.
That's what I was saying about Twitch and explaining and the way they reveal things and they've never been like straight up with you about it. They always try to word it in some way that makes you feel better when they're actually
Yes.
screwing you.
Yes.
And that's not family.
My family don't do that.
Well, because a lot of people thought it. On first impression, a lot of people thought, "Oh, they
Right,
banned gambling.
exactly.
Look, it says all the sites, and it says
Hooray,
no,
guys.
it says gambling banned." But then you read the fine print. You read between the lines. You
Gotta
get
read.
it. You realize, oh, it's only in Europe. Oh, it's only these like shady
offshore locations.
Czechoslovakian
Yep.
apps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, what's going on here?
Okay. Yeah.
And it's shady because kids use this site, kids being 13-year-olds and even young adults. I wouldn't
Right.
trust 18 to 20-year-olds even with the idea of watching their favorite content creator do slots live on stream and then say,
Right.
hey, use my creator code and your mom's credit card or your credit card. Who cares?
Right.
But because you're a young and impressionable male who already watches Andrew Tate, you can,
I saw it coming.
We can just reel you in. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. You already got him, man. You already got him. You
Yeah.
hit him with the gambling. You hit him with the Andrew Tate, and you got the trifecta there. And then you hit him with the controversial ASMR hot tub streamer that.
That is very true.
So yeah, it's banning gambling to an extent where it's convenient.
Yeah.
Right.
Hashtag not all.
Not thoroughly.
Hashtag not all.
Right.
You can
Hashtag
still
not
get your
all
fix.
gambling.
Really, what it is, it's running the other drug dealers off the block. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's the most
Yes.
simple analogy for what they're doing with this gambling thing. Twitch wanted to run all the other dealers off the block and get more of that revenue. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
The dealers that are not
Right.
paying their dues. That's exactly what
Like,
it
you not
is.
paying me enough money, you gotta go.
Yikes.
I can't make money off of this.
That's a fact.
There it is.
What you expect me to do with this?
Imagine that's how the partner application process is. Like when you introduce what you do,
Yo.
like how much you bring in.
That is the
Yeah.
perfect skit.
I think I'm gonna do
Twitch
this.
What's your cut for Papa Twitch? You know we're a family, right? A crime family, all right? I'm the godfather. You owe me.
As he grabs the back of your neck, you know we're family, right? Yes,
Partnership.
Father.
I don't take that lightly now.
I'm going to ask you for a favor on your
Nothing
daughter's
stronger than
wedding day.
partnership.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. So good and so true.
Also, you should know that when you loan people money, you're never going to get it back. I think that's an important life lesson for just
Yep.
anyone. Not that we're
Just like your
giving
mama
advice
says.
here, but you know, that's like the biggest thing. Anytime you loan someone something, or you cut your friend in for a loan, or you let a friend stay in a spare bedroom for a couple days till they get back on
Mhm.
their feet, you know, everybody's going to take advantage of it. Some people are, you know, obviously have malicious thoughts. Some people just might be taking
Mhm.
advantage, but like they don't mean it. They're just like, maybe they're really having a rough time out there. But you can't tell the difference
Yeah.
when you're loaning someone money, and especially if they have a gambling habit or a drug habit or whatever it may be.
Ooh,
You're
yeah.
enabling them at
Mhm.
that point. So all these people might have thought that they were the good Samaritan that was going to finally bail them out, but you didn't realize that there were 20 other
Yes.
people that were also bailing him out, which is what makes it a big racketeering scam. And I would love to see where the court case goes on this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it might not be suing Twitch, but I think a lot of people might be suing that particular creator.
No, absolutely. So going on to a little bit more of a serious note, child predators are watching streams to track children. Now, this is the internet, people. A recent study that was done that aggregated data from October 2020. So this is pretty much like the peak of the pandemic boom for Twitch and
Mhm.
streaming, all the way up to August 2022. Approximately 280,000 kids were targeted by nearly 2,000 users to catalog, watch, and coerce the kid streamers.
Yikes.
As expansive as the internet is now, a lot of platforms aren't even safe, even for us of age adults. So, on Twitch,
No.
Mm-hmm.
again, I'm not even going to blame Twitch in this case because the responsibility does lie on the parents and guidance and everything. But at the same time, if your kid is on the platform, are you just not in the room with them? Are you not one of their mods? I'm not understanding the discrepancy of like how this is happening.
Yeah, that was weird for me when you said it. Like, I can't imagine like my kid being like a Twitch or streamer personality,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and like none of us know what he's doing, like what's going on in there. Like when
Yeah.
nobody's in the chat.
Like you don't just
My
pull
kid's
up.
been
Hey,
in there for
what's
like.
going on? Okay.
Well, you're
Like
pretty
you
Yeah,
didn't
my kid's
mod
been
your
in there for
mom.
6
Like, yo,
hours.
what is wrong with you? Mod your mom.
Right.
You're into
like-
technology, though.
Bro, why did you time out mom? Like,
Yeah. You're not a boomer parent that has no
Boom.
idea how these
There it
computers
is.
and
Yeah,
cell phones
he's
work.
right.
Those are the parents that are like, where you just throw the iPad at your kid and like, there's your babysitter.
Yep.
And then you don't realize that they've started a whole live stream
Yeah.
behind your
They
back. They
started
got a
networking,
Patreon. They
communicating.
got a TikTok. Yeah.
Bringing in 5,000.
And then all of a
This kid
sudden,
is
there's some
monetized.
nice 47-year-old man that just keeps donating $70
Yeah,
every stream.
2,000 of them.
Saying you're cute, like, or whatever.
Oof, yeah.
Crazy. And
Absolutely.
And
right.
sometimes it's more veiled than that.
right. Exactly.
Yikes.
You gotta communicate with your kids about behaviors and just general conversations on the internet. Like again, Aaron said, don't just throw an iPad at your kid and think like,
Mhm.
oh, everything's cool. I got parental
Yeah.
controls on. They can't go nowhere. Kids are smart.
Well, because that's how the softcore porn on
Exactly.
YouTube happened all those years ago, was parents just saying, oh, YouTube Kids is safe. Yeah, they'll never let anyone post, weird things on there.
That was a
It
bungle.
says kids right there.
I'm surprised they made it out of
Yeah.
that, because that was bad.
So this is
Yeah, that
Twitch's
was
turn to
terrible.
figure it out, because YouTube figured it out. It took them some time,
Yeah, you're right.
and it's not perfect. You know, things still get through, but they, for the most part, they created some moderation systems and settings to try to at least slow down and prevent the problem.
Yeah.
Twitch
yeah.
really doesn't have much in this realm. They're not ready.
Well, we know how they feel about safety.
Yeah, how do they feel about hate raids again and protecting women and people of color? And,
They don't care. Thank you.
oh, it's almost like
They don't care.
the
They do
biggest
not
thing
care.
I bring up is the thing I have on YouTube, right? Which is the master list of all the cuss words, all the slurs,
Mhm.
every permutation of the N word with the exclamation
Yes.
mark or the
Mhm.
letter 3 in. I've never seen it in my chat ever because I copy pasted that list in, and Twitch just can't figure out how to get that feature on their website.
Exactly. They've had several third-party developers build them bots to do so. They just don't give a damn. Twitch
Right.
can easily implement this into their moderation tools.
Yeah, that's where it is.
I feel like part of the reason they don't jump on those things like that is because they know they're second to YouTube. YouTube is like where we set the bar and that's the standard, where Twitch is like, well, they've got that covered. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to do
Right.
that. You can go to YouTube for that. We can kind of do our own thing over here. And I feel like that's how these rules are going and the things that they're implementing is because you don't really care about Twitch, because if you get mad enough at Twitch, what do we all do? Go to YouTube. It's them kind of saying like, we don't care. We're not changing. You can go over there with that YouTube chick. It's that kind of play.
But that's what they're doing. Dr. Lupo's over there. Everybody's picking up, packing their bags and going.
Yeah.
But Twitch knows they can still make enough. They don't have to be first place, but we can still make enough to maintain what, we want to do.
Absolutely, because they're still bringing in money. And once they start
Right.
losing their bigger partners, and once they're threatened by their partners of them, fleeing the platform, that's when they kind of, we got to do
Right.
something.
Right. Like I said, that's when they make the change, is when our money makers start making a ruckus like, okay, whatever you guys need, we'll take care of. So until they say they want that master list of words in, until the big cash cows say that, they won't put it in. So what does that tell you about the cash cows and what their mentality is?
Bum, bum, ba, bum.
Oh, do they thrive off of 13-year-old kids slapping the N-word in chat all day?
Did you say content? I'm sorry. Huh? Relevancy?
Yeah.
Controversy?
There you go.
Drama?
Yeah, controversy
It is
being
the
a big
biggest driver of content. That's why the chick having sex on stream blew
terrible.
up. It was a controversy.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on. And kablooey.
Yeah.
Blew up. Absolutely. It's the biggest moneymaker.
It draws you
Completely.
in. Yeah. Where's the well-behaved content creators that have made it big? Where are those guys at? Where's the guy with
The
zero
humble
scandals,
ones.
Not on the front page, that's for damn sure.
Chill content creator, never had a scandal, but still has 1.6 million views a stream.
Right. Like, where's that one at? It's so easy. Once you stand back and look at it, this is the thing I try to preach to people, is when it comes to like a money-making business, this kind of thing, you have to look at it strictly from a money and business standpoint. Scratch morality or what you think is the right thing to do. They don't care about none of that. So you have to look at the board how they view it. They don't care about you as a person.
That is a fact.
You're just another number for the machine. So whatever, I need to make money. I'm not trying to make friends here. You have to think how they think. It's like the Batman and the Joker. Batman follows the laws and the rules, and that's why he doesn't kill. Joker don't care about none of that shit. So
And
you
Joker
can't-
bleeds purple. He wears purple suits too.
Like, do you think he cares? He's in a full purple suit. He doesn't care.
Joker is made for Twitch.
Exactly. The Joker is running Twitch. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Look at it that way, and I promise you it's a completely
Oh my
different
God.
monster.
So painfully true.
Right? Doesn't care about the rules. You can go to Metropolis with Superman with that bull.
No, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Going over to YouTube.
Right.
Nobody wants to watch Superman or go to Metropolis.
Right. Like,
Get out of here.
Gotham is dark, dirty, and gritty, and this is what you love. You want this bad stuff.
You love a little crime.
Right. Joker appeals
Man.
to that part of the human psyche, and that's what Twitch figured out.
We find out Twitch is Gotham City. This is so wow. My mind is blown.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you, once my mind opened up, once I just started looking at things from business and
Yeah.
not morale, just
For
the
sure.
numbers. How can I increase my numbers? Think of that. And oh my God, it's so eye-opening. That's why Twitch is purple. See? Connect the dots, kids.
Joker.
It's the crown prince of streaming right there.
Aside from your streams getting, nixed live, because we do talk about Twitch on your streams,
Hey, you were there. You've seen it.
Yeah.
a whole blackout over here. Just prepare yourselves.
Get them black squares ready.
Like, why can't I log into Twitch?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Blacklisted.
There's a black van outside my house. What's going on?
All right. We're not going to cover extracurricular meetups because some of y'all are just weird. Like, what is wrong with you? This is like a house party gone wrong, and it turned into basically a sexual assault situation to where you had other streamers essentially coming to the defense of another fellow streamer who was male for groping a woman. And it's just like, stop assuming you know people and are cool with these people. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Bruh.
Yeah, you don't know anyone on the internet, to be fair here.
No.
Because, like, even though we all get along really well, none of us know how any of us act in
Yeah.
public. If the three of us were at a party together, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know
IRL.
until
Right.
you know.
It might
Until
be
you
3
spend
different parties.
2 or
Like,
3 years with us, you know?
So we heard each
Yeah,
other.
we're
Oh,
not-
right.
We're probably not going to be crazy. We're probably not going to be weirdos, but you won't know until you introduce alcohol and bad behavior.
It could be that way till the alcohol kicks in, and I'm like, oh shit.
And other streamers that
Right.
might enable you.
it's the peer
They might
pressure.
say like, "Hey, go talk to that girl.
Right.
Go, I dare you to go slap her butt." You know, whatever it is.
Oh, I'm gonna go do that, and then guess what?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Controversy.
how it all
Back
starts.
to the
It's a
drama.
boys' club.
I train.
Because you're gonna bring it back to the platform, and everybody's gonna be talking about it. Like, this is
Da 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 da.
Mhm.
It's it's so simple. It's so simple. Like, you know the monster you're dealing with when it comes to Twitch. Like, we all know. It's just like people are finding other things to be upset, but nothing changes. So what's the point? That's why I didn't get outraged about it. I was like, yeah, I know who the Joker is. Like, what did you expect? He said he was going to pick up your kid from soccer practice. You said okay? What?
why would you do that?
Why would you do this? So why would you expect them to be fair about anything?
This is so true. Like, I want to say
Yeah.
Twitch is a cesspool, but no, Twitch is Gotham City. That is the number one lesson
It
we
makes
learned today.
perfect sense.
Twitch is Gotham freaking City.
Which is Gotham.
Yeah.
All your partners are all the different little crime bosses. Two-Face over here, Penguin over there. See?
Different
It
little
makes
villains.
perfect sense.
Wow.
Harley Quinn doing ASMR streams, sucking on the mic. You
You're not
know,
supposed
like,
to do that.
Harley, what are you doing? I'm getting even with the Joker.
Thanks, boss.
Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Yeah, once you look at it from that perspective, it makes sense. So the question is, what do we do about it? Like, we can, okay, cool, we're all mad. Twitch did the bad thing. Sure. What do we do
Stop
next?
streaming like me.
Like, and nobody can give me a nobody can give me a clear answer.
Everybody has to be on one accord, period. I don't care about what every little faction of Twitch does, because clearly there's a clear
Yeah.
separation. I know
Right.
we always get into it. Everybody loves to say everything isn't about race, but when it comes to black streamers and white streamers, it's not all the same. And of course, you have gray areas
Yeah.
of other
Hmm.
marginalized individuals within it. So it's kind of like not just partners
Mm-hmm.
making noise about doing a boycott, because let's be honest, where did they get that from? So anyway, but even with that, if all streamers were like, you know what? I don't know. October 2nd, all of us aren't streaming,
Mhm.
period. Nobody go on Twitch. It's a universal
Right.
blackout. Not the type where people say, oh, let me take advantage because nobody else is online and hop my happy ass online
Right.
because I feel like I'm gonna get those views.
Yeah.
And then act as if like I had no idea what the blackout was. Huh? What?
Yeah, there's always somebody.
And they know that. Twitch knows
You
that.
know,
That you're not all gonna boycott this. There's no way you're gonna walk
Yeah.
away from this money.
exactly.
All I need is 2 people to say yes, and there's that trickle. It's gonna start coming back in. They know it, and it's so infuriating. It's like a chess match, and I can see the checkmate, but I know that one move you're gonna make.
Yeah. The Joker doesn't care about money, right? He robbed the bank. He
Right.
lit the money on fire. He said, "I do this for fun."
Exactly.
You know, like
So YouTube is Metropolis
Oh.
over here. It's wonderful because they have Superman. He's serious.
Mhm.
He actually killed the Joker in one of the stories. So he'll go there. YouTube,
He said, "You want me to kill Joker? I'll do it."
right? It's
Got
like
this.
Batman. You actually need to kill him. Like that's where Superman was at with it. Batman's all like, "Nah, we can't do that." He's like, "Dude, he just blew up an orphanage. We're like, well, he's got to go." No, I can't do it. So yeah,
I'll take him to the asylum.
we're gonna
I'll
get
give him a
some help.
7-day ban.
Exactly, though. That's exactly it. They just get out of the band 7 days later. It makes perfect sense. Exactly. The next Batman comic is up. Here we go
This
again.
is terrible. I hate that this is going so well. Like what? Why
Oh
is
my
this
god, it
matching
makes
up
perfect
so
sense.
perfectly?
I'm telling you.
This analogy
It
hurts.
does.
It's so good.
Next time you play a Gotham game, one of the Arkham games, pretend, it's like, okay, he's the leader of Twitch, and I'm trying to stop him. Yeah, he doesn't
It's
care.
the accuracy is just wow.
Bruce
Right?
Wayne's the CEO of Twitch,
Right.
It makes sense. Bezos
beating on his own company.
All the
Hello.
money, always.
Okay, so here's the other thing. TwitchCon is coming up.
Ew.
I've heard some people talking about like, oh, cancel your tickets,
yeah.
but it's too late. It's already in the no refund zone. I'm just keen to see like, what if people just show up and start marching or chanting something, or what if they just have a walkout?
There's no way.
I doubt it. And to organize all
Right.
that
It
too.
would be great, absolutely great.
For that amount of money that they paid for
Right.
their tickets, there's no way that they're gonna not
Yeah.
partake.
Somebody spent their savings on it,
That's
you
a
know.
fact. If everybody
Right.
had that disposable income to pull up and show up like that in protest, I mean, that's kind of reverse because you wouldn't pay the man
Mhm.
in general. But yeah, that's a whole ordeal.
The best part about TwitchCon is meeting other creators and networking outside of the con itself, outside of
Right.
buying t-shirts from Twitch, outside of
Mhm.
going to stupid little panels and whatnot. It's actually meeting the people that you've been watching or moderating for, or rating or being rated
Yeah.
by, or just people you've known through Twitter interactions, you've showed up on podcasts, whatever it may be. You know, it's like that's your chance to meet and network with
That's a
people.
fact.
And that's the biggest, most important thing. So
Mhm.
honestly, it's not a waste of money if you were to just go in and meet your buddies, and maybe you don't have to be at the actual con or pay $20 for the purple t-shirt that says, "Hey, I bleed purple," you know.
Like we're meeting up somewhere else. Like screw this convention. Let's go over here.
I mean, you can pull up to LA and still have a good time.
Yeah, like
You could.
yeah, you could go elsewhere. And I don't even see myself like if I was going like buying Twitch merchandise, I would buy like the stuff I'm for the personalities that I'm there for. I'd buy their merchandise. I don't care about this Twitch stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would even help them out directly and like forget the middleman. We can cut him out of this
Yeah.
deal.
Right. But I like the idea. Let's keep writing on this. What are some actual solutions? Like, do we have anything?
For Twitch,
Right.
Yeah, just like, is there any path here? Any tips that we can provide
Oh, what did
from
we throw out? We
experience
threw out
or?
the Global Citizens Program, the moderation across the nation idea. Listen, I'm giving you
Mhm.
branding here too.
That was
Come on,
actually really
Yeah.
good.
tagline.
That was
Yeah.
a great right.
If this happens,
Like,
Twitch, you already know.
that's really good.
I have dates,
That-
time stamped.
Right. I got the receipts.
Yep.
Not yet signed, sealed, and delivered, but they will be if you try. So again, that program, we kind of threw that out the air. Better moderation tools in general, as far as the interface when it comes to the creator section. Those who you appoint as mods, so they also don't have to deal with pressures of being in like or even if it isn't high speed or just a high tension situation or something does come up, they have the right tools in order to react to situations like that.
Does also help to have someone that's non-biased, like in those situations.
That's a fact.
So they might be able to address the situation and like look at it differently than somebody else would that might hesitate to make
Yeah.
that decision. They're like, no, this has got to go. I liked Aaron's master word list copy in as far as ban words.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
easy
That's an easy
implementation,
fix.
but
Easy fix.
we're waiting.
Are they gonna do it though? Oh, flexibility when it comes to the types of ads you can run on your
Yeah.
channel. So, offering different ways to display ads for the users that doesn't obstruct a viewer's view.
I thought about that when you mentioned it. Like the one way I would be more okay with an ad if it was that long block of ads, if it was a movie trailer. I would sit for that, like, oh, something new's coming out. Let me see what this. That's the one way I'd be like, okay with an ad running.
I'm also okay with games. Anytime I've seen a game trailer or a game ad pop up, unless it's a mobile game or it's like, wow, then I'm
What? You
pissed.
mean apropos
Yeah.
content? What?
Well, why would a gaming site advertise video games? Who would do that?
Relevant content.
Right.
Aaron has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I was on a gaming site. Yeah. God.
Whoops.
Or something that was
There
a
I go
gaming
again.
site.
Yeah, I like the game trailers they show, like those kinds of things. Like, I feel like they need to have
Yeah.
a more tailored ad experience per person. Because you have my information. I know you do. Like, you're tied to Amazon. You
Yeah.
know what I'm into.
They know what you
That's
like.
a fact.
So show me other stuff that I'm into, like not just a general blanket ad that everybody else sees.
Mm-hmm. And I also like the idea of maybe still being able to hear the audio of the stream. So maybe
Oh.
it's a
Yes.
video playing, but it's muted, or maybe it's the quarter-inch banner at the bottom.
So we're not awkwardly watching the ad on your main screen
Yeah.
and then seeing you on video in the corner.
If I ask a question, then it goes to an ad. I have no idea what the response
Oh.
was.
Exactly.
Did he answer my question?
Right. Like, did they say? Did they say? Like, you don't know. Yeah, that hurts.
You ask again, they get banned by a mod.
Like, you already asked that. Get out of here.
Stop spamming chat.
Right. Quit spamming chat. Right. That would, like, can we help ease that pain sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Other solution was to provide a better listening ear for creatives when it comes to partners, affiliates alike, and even those who are just joining your platform, Twitch. You might want to listen to your creators more and those who are driving traffic to your site on a concurrent basis.
Yeah. I would just definitely work on getting rid of the because creators are allowed to have sponsorships outside of Twitch. I mean,
Right.
it's a
Yes.
big driver for being a partner. So you don't want to get rid of that, but it's like, at what point, when you're partnered with a gambling company or you're partnered with, like, where do we draw the line? When you're partnered with a gun making company, like partnered with a beer company, like where's the line stop? Like, where does it become, okay, this is too adult for the site, or like, oh, this is too inappropriate for the
Right.
site?
I mean, yeah, having a solid term of conditions
Right.
that you actually adhere to and you do not play favoritism when it comes to the bag.
There it is.
That's the thing. If they adhered to it, yeah. But what do we say about the Joker? He doesn't care about the rules. Yeah, sure, I wrote them. Does that mean I'm gonna follow them?
Listen, the Joker's flexible when it comes to the money.
Right. Like, if he wrote the rule book. Like, you think he's gonna adhere to those rules at all times? Like, no, it's not his thing.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
joke. And it becomes laughable when you start to try to reprimand people and suspend them for a week, and then they're back on the platform like nothing happened.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Like, what example does that send out?
That you can get away with anything and that no scandal is too much, you know?
Get it together, Twitch.
Because what beats boning
Exactly.
on stream? I don't know what beats that. That's setting a new bar. Someone's going to have to top that.
Doing it on a platform that actually supports that? Like, why are you on
Right,
Twitch
yeah, I don't
doing
know.
that?
Exactly.
Who
Like, you
knows?
know they have that, right?
You could have
Like, you can go
monetized on
do that.
Pornhub. It would have been great.
They literally have that.
Yeah, there's creators. Yeah.
But no,
But you wanted to do it on Twitch, huh?
Yikes.
they were willing to take that risk. They want risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, sure. We know we're not supposed to do it, but we're going to do it anyway. And it worked.
Who's going to stop us?
Right.
My best advice outside of everything else we've discussed is always have alternatives and a backup plan. Most of you are probably already doing something. Maybe you have a TikTok, a Twitter, a podcast, you've got a SoundCloud.
It's true.
Anything goes. Have an Instagram. Any of these platforms, just pick a few of them and back up some of your content there, post it there. Make sure that you're backing up your streams, you know, do it on a Google Drive, throw them on YouTube, and anything you want to do, pick any of those things, because if you're betting everything on one horse, what happens when Mixer shuts down and you were investing all your content there and then you have nothing? So, I mean, Twitch is not dying overnight, but the way I've heard it phrased by some of the creators that cover Twitch news, people like Zach Bussey and Loco and all these other creators that do nothing but Twitch news and breakdowns, they've said this might be Twitch's last good day. So this might be your last good day on the platform. And it's not that the platform will implode now or in a year or 2 years, but it's like this was the last good day, which means it's all downhill from there. So it's not painting a super grim picture, but it's like, make sure you're doing a backup move. So I saw several friends just this week start streaming on YouTube. They said like, hey, I'm going to do like a Saturday or a Thursday where I'm going to put some content on YouTube, or like, hey, I'm going to cut up moments from the stream and throw it on TikTok. So make sure you're following me on there. Things like that. That is your smartest move as a creator. And what do all the partnered streamers do? They are everywhere. They have media accounts not even run by them. They hire people to edit their videos. They hire people to run their social media accounts and to, you know, do their OnlyFans and whatnot. You know, they hire a cameraman for that or whatever. So, I mean, all these things.
Well, they can afford that, Aaron.
Yeah, they can afford it. But model yourself as a smaller creator by what the big guys are doing. You realize they're doing all these things. You can be all those.
But they don't want to work. That's too much
That
work.
is, yeah, that's the number one excuse I heard was someone said, oh, I just stream. And then someone also says, well, I don't have enough time. You know, I'm streaming 5 to 8 hours a day on Twitch. You take 1 hour off that Twitch stream, 1 hour off the back end, and use it for editing TikTok videos. I spend 30 minutes a day taking clips from Twitch and just throwing them on TikTok. It takes 30 minutes out of my day. It's the smallest amount of time. You can work out for 30 minutes a day. You can do that, you know. You say you don't have time for a workout, but if you find 15 minutes a day to do some jumping jacks, that's better than not doing anything at all, right? So do things in little increments. It's not necessarily that you need to do 12-hour streams on YouTube to create some sort of following, but little bits of momentum in some place. You will find time. Even if you have a 40-hour job that you're working and you're just doing Twitch on the side, you can take 30 minutes or 15 minutes out of your day. A little bit of time that you're spending while you're pooping at work can be on TikTok and, you know, editing videos and clipping it. Yeah, you're already doing it on company time, so it's like you might as well be, you know. So I mean, saying you don't have time, you do have time. You just don't want to admit it, and it is a lot of work and it's hard. Sorry, but you know, you don't achieve any sort of success until you work hard. None of these. Bill Gates worked hard to get where he is. Whether you think of all these big billionaires and stuff, you know, a lot of these people worked hard to get where they were. Some of them have college degrees, some don't. Some people just put in hard work and got the bag. Some people took advantage. Some people stepped on people to get to where they are. That's your choice if you want to be a cutthroat person climbing the ladder, but I would recommend not being that.
That's what I think the difference is in a lot of people is like getting to that point to where like, sure, you've done the work, you've worked, you've gotten to this level, you're up there. Now that next level, you're going to have to start stepping on other people. Are you willing to like step on others to keep going, or are you okay here? And I think that's where we see that other divide in that success ladder, to where you see those people that have no problem, you know, conniving and finessing their way to the top. And then the ones that are like genuinely trying to build off their brand and just, you know, do it the, you know, good, righteous way. That's where you see that other divide.
Very true. So there are things you can do. It's just a hard pill to swallow.
Right.
It's a lot of work. It's not easy. I was on Twitch and I was doing 12-hour streams a day playing Destiny for 2 to 10 people, sometimes 15, sometimes depending on what you played, the numbers were bigger. Sometimes the money was good, sometimes it was low, depending on what you did. But as soon as I started uploading stuff to YouTube in the background and realized there was a following there, I switched. But I had to look at what I was making on Twitch and say, wow, this is a sure deal. I'm turning away a couple $100 a month of sitting there and gaming to just go take a big chance here and maybe not win, but maybe there's a chance I can build something here. And then, you know, all of a sudden you start posting on Instagram. All of a sudden you start posting on TikTok. All of a sudden you start a podcast. All of a sudden you start guest starring on podcasts. All of a sudden, you know, everybody wants to talk to you, and you want to talk to other people, and you lift others up, and they lift you up, and it becomes a little bit of a community there. We're a community, guys. We're a family. We're a family in Gotham. No, in the Arkham Ward. In the Arkham Ward at the asylum.
I don't know about all that extra.
Right.
Yeah, I moved out of Gotham City a while ago. I think we're coming up on a year. Clearly, it's not happening, people. I'm not streaming.
Yeah.
Again, so
Right.
hell no. If I do, it will
We'll
not
keep trying,
be on
guys.
Twitch.
So don't abandon the platform. Don't change what you're doing, maybe, but I mean, try to instill some habits and make some moves out there and make sure that you have a backup plan, because it's like, oh, it's great that you're working 40 hours a week to X corporation, but like, what happens when they lay you off and you don't have a backup plan? You don't have a 401k. You didn't have a side hustle that you were working on. You weren't making bracelets out of beads and selling them on Etsy. Like, why weren't you? You had time. You had 30 minutes before dinner and then before bed.
It depends. For that, I'm a little bit more lenient on people because everybody doesn't have time. I feel like it's just very situational. It just depends on how serious you take the platform, and if you really want to get into it, take it serious. It's like, as far as beyond content creation, like, I actually want to do something with this.
You need to be the creator that's a business.
Because you can have a following, you can have your built-up community. That's cute, cool, and all of that. But again, if you're taking content that means nothing to you to different platforms, it's still going to be nothing on those other platforms. Just saying, not saying. But if you don't feel like you're going to do anything with it, or you just don't have your heart in it, just, you know, you're doing it for fun. It doesn't always have to be a money situation, or I'm in this to win it. Like, it's okay. You can still have fun, connect with your people, and, you know, have a good time.
A lot of the reasons we got into it.
Oftentimes when, like G said, if you are doing it for fun, that's why I always say do what brings you joy, because you can still be on the platform and do the thing, but do what brings you joy, not what you think is going to secure the bag. Just do what you like. And if you do it long enough, honestly, there's a trail of money there somewhere. If you do want to go the money route, like, there's options available.
There is.
But you really got to sit down with yourself and decide, what am I trying to do with this?
Yeah, that's true.
Because you can tell the people that traded in what they loved about streaming just to get the bag. People that used to play a game they enjoy, but they don't enjoy it anymore.
Or people that traded in what they care about gaming, like
Yeah.
just at base level, people don't care about games
Now
anymore.
you
And it's
hate
just
it.
like you're on here playing a game that you used to enjoy, but it's just like you're
Right.
going through the motions just for the content.
It breaks my heart to see that. And a lot of times, like when you get good at it, you can kind of see it on people's faces when they're playing something.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can tell when they're not really having a good
Oh,
time.
absolutely.
But this is what I
Gotta
said I
stick
was
to it.
streaming today, because it's that day, Thursday, that I always stream this same thing.
It was scheduled and we have to finish this game.
Yep. I've seen it so many times. I'm like, oh no.
This is a
I see
broken man on
broken
this
spirit.
stream. His heart's not in Mario Kart, guys. It used to be, but it's not there.
The heart's not in the cart.
Oh my god, he's using drive assist
Right,
now? What's
like
going
that's not
on?
like you.
But yeah, didn't we all get into this to meet people and to make friends and stuff? Initially, maybe.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Absolutely
Sorry.
not.
Oh, she was in to get the bag and get this podcast off
right.
the ground, Yeah.
I'm not trying to get no money. Neither that either. I highly doubt that
Yeah.
like my following of people from Twitch even listen to the podcast. If they do, hi. Otherwise,
What's up?
no. I never drove this as like a main thing or even promoted it via my stream. Like anybody that knows me pulled up or was there, my promotion was largely based off of other people's stuff, what they had going on, stores that they have, creativity as far as products that they may be making, like crafts and stuff. So that was my highlight. It wasn't really the hi guys, my name is Lady Jane. No.
Welcome to a stream.
I'm cool on the social aspect. That's just what it was. Me
Yeah.
streaming from like way back. That was literally just to test my equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Like me messing with my towers and my GPUs to see, hey, I can
How
do
it
this
works,
while
how it
doing
runs,
this.
yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Well,
A
nobody
big
paying
point.
attention to no chat and talking to people. I sure wasn't. I wasn't
Honestly,
at the OBS with two monitors like, welcome to the stream, guys. And no, I was just playing. Do that, connect, get off. It wasn't until the pandemic that's when I started to get more social.
She was trying to get that kill streak.
Right.
Yeah.
It's honestly how I linked up with G, because I saw what she was doing in that regards, and I was like, yo, like that's the same thing I'm trying to do. But it's like not making sense to people over here, because so many people are like, you need to get the bag. And I'm like, it's not even about that. Like, I don't
No.
be doing shit on stream. Like, my streams are
Exactly.
dumb as shit. But look what my friend did over here.
Yeah.
Subathon, guys.
Right.
Like,
Climbing
when have I
the
ever
pyramid
in my
here.
life have
Right,
you ever
I
pulled
have
up to my stream and
never-
see me do a thon or encourage you to give me money? Never. I
Never
literally
done
would
a
yell at
subathon.
people.
Yeah.
Or turn it
those.
off. Literally.
Follow
Why
for
can't
follow.
I subscribe to your stream? Why can't I gift you stream? Because I
Oh
don't
my
want
God.
you to.
It's like, that's not the
Like, it
point.
may sound offensive. I'm appreciative of what I've
Yeah.
gotten, but when it
Woo.
came down
Right.
to the
Fire.
community and what we were doing, it was larger than that. That
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
was poured back into that. It wasn't like I was putting this in my pocket. This is great. I'm saving it for college. Like, no. Literally, giveaways, all the rest of that. Where do you think that came from?
No.
Yeah.
Aside from my pocket and obviously, products and stuff that I was sent. Cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, literally poured right back into the stream. So, yeah. Community
Right,
building, guys.
You invested in the correct thing. You invested in the community.
But when the platform ain't working, I can't
Yeah.
endorse that. I'm sorry. I cannot stand by that and try to endorse people continuing to come and pull up and support me on a platform I don't believe in fully.
Right.
I can't do it.
Integrity, kids.
Yeah.
Like, I'll pull up for y'all, some of y'all, in some of your
What's
streams,
that?
just
Yeah.
chilling. Other than that, I'm not on here like, or let me be a cog in
No.
this machine of just craziness that's going on and act like it's not going on just because, it's not within our immediate community, but it's still happening over in Gotham City, just not on our block. Like, the crime is still going on.
Yeah, not on our block.
Not on our
Oh
block.
no.
The crime is literally
We're the wholesome
still
block.
going
yeah.
on. I'm just gonna turn a blind eye and keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully somebody will see me off of this. No, like my experiences was
Yep.
different. I'm cool
Ugh.
and basically happy with what came from it. The relationships that were built upon and garnered from it. That's great, but
Mhm.
platform ain't right.
Mhm.
I can't do it. I cannot do it.
So
No.
no loyalty to one platform. That's an important lesson to learn, maybe.
Yeah, you gotta be flexible in these
No
streets.
blind loyalty. Don't
Yeah.
put all your eggs
No.
in one basket.
I'm not determined to like wear that Twitch cap. Like, no, I'm good on that. I was just needing to holler at some
I'm
people.
telling them to send you a hat.
Like that was never the goal. Like, oh, one day I'm gonna be a partner. Like, no.
I'm gonna be a baller.
Like, not at all.
That was, his exact sentence.
I never saw that for Twitch, and I saw them bungling every social issue that's ever hit the site, and I was like, you know what? This is a good time to leave.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out of here.
It's like, all right.
Hey, and being on other platforms like YouTube, you're moderating over there. It's a completely different world. You're just like, huh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have maybe 1 or 2 mods that roll through, but even when they're not there, things are under control. I could handle anything. No disrespect to my killer
Power
mods, but
Metropolis.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
when they're there, they're doing good stuff.
They enhance the stream, of course. Yeah,
They do,
right.
and they lift people up, and they promote discussion. They shout people out, and they do all the cool stuff that is harder for me to do all on my own.
Mm.
But I can definitely keep the riffraff out.
Not on my block.
You ruffian.
Not on my block. This is the clean part of
Aaron
Metropolis.
lives in a gated
Right.
community, clearly, so
These-
all right.
Yeah.
Rapscallions out here.
There were 3
These
pieces when you pull up to his
rapscallions.
YouTube stream. Jeez.
This is nice in here.
What's the password?
Okay.
But yeah, all in all, there's so much that goes on in Twitch land, and we covered a great deal. Surprising to some, eye-opening for others.
Yeah.
You might not have known what was going on. You probably just saw Twitch was trending a couple times over these last couple months, to be honest. But we gave you a couple of the situations to reflect on and comment if you please, because some of these are just, it's a doozy.
Yeah.
But we're interested to know your feedback, so feel free to engage with us. Tap in on Spotify via the app and check out the poll and Q&A sections. You can also leave your thoughts via Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or verbalvibemode.com. Feel free to leave us a voicemail using Anchor. And of course, all important links are in the description box. Please do check it out. Aaron, Brown Tiger, very much so appreciative of you pulling up today to discuss the twitchery of it all. Wait, what was that word I said?
The scandalism of it all.
Scandalism.
Scandalism of it all. Can you let the people know where to find you?
I actually am still on Twitch, so I'm the guerrilla warfare Twitch person.
Traitor!
He's holding down the streets, dude. He's
Right,
fighting criminals left and right.
I'm the old
He's
head
trying,
on the block.
he's trying.
Like, I've been around
That's
these
right.
streets, young brother. I can tell you, I'm that guy now. I'm the old head of Twitch. So I try to help the
He's
community
Alfred.
out there. I am on SoundCloud. You can get
He
my...
produces beats that are great.
I have a SoundCloud. The Alfred thing got me. I'm sorry, it got me.
Got him.
So I do produce beats, and that is available on SoundCloud. I have to update my Spotify playlist, but there will be a Spotify playlist coming soon.
Beautiful. I'm over on YouTube, Aaron Shack 64. Also on, all the I got a link tree, but TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. I got a photography blog, got a podcast on YouTube and Spotify called the Shackcast, as well as Apple Podcasts.
Whoop, whoop.
And we're out here.
Make sure you check the description box for the links. Make it so much easier for you all.
Support for support. I'll follow back. We're a family,
We're a
guys.
family.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.